Dave Stahl.
It's time to get educated on your Second Amendment rights. Welcome to 2 full hours of Gun Owners Radio. Your hosts, Dave Stahl, Joe Dramisi, and Michael Schwartz, will teach you about firearms, self-defense, and the laws that affect your rights to keep and bear arms. Visit gunownersradio.com with questions to learn how to become a sponsor of Gun Owners Radio and get involved. Together, we will win. Now here's your hosts, Dave Stahl, Joe Dramisi, and Michael Schwartz on The Answer San Diego.
All right, folks, welcome to Gun Owners Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
Well, you know, folks, criminals don't follow any high-capacity magazine limits. Criminals aren't restricted to the guns on the California gun roster. They also don't follow a 10-day waiting period. So what should you do? Well, gun control laws just make it harder for law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. So what can you do about it? Well, you need to join a Second Amendment activist group like San Diego County Gun Owners. SDCGO makes activism easy. You can work together. We're getting more pro-gun officials elected. Join today at San Diego County Gun Owners.com. That's San Diego County Gun Owners.com, and join today.
Yep, or SDCGO.org. And also go to gunprom.com because Gun Prom's coming up. You only have 3 more weeks to buy tickets.
That's right.
So if you haven't purchased your table and tickets, do so ASAP.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of room.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to Responsibly Armed Radio, Girls with a Gun, Judy Wells.
Oh, yeah. Is she buying a table this year?
She didn't even know about it. She, for whatever reason.
Thanks for reading the email, Judy.
Yeah, that's what
I'll reach out to Judy and get her all.
Yeah, because I told her I might even have an extra chair if it's too late to get a table.
It's not too late to get a table. Well, everybody, hear that loud and clear. It's not too late to get a table.
We're all getting a table.
Buy a table, buy a ticket at a table, whatever you can do. Download our voter guide. Go to our website, sdcgo.org. It's election season. People are voting right now. You should have your ballot right now. Yeah. So get on your ballot, get on our voter guide. Take a look at our email from Thursday. We don't just have our voter guide. We have links to other voter guides so that you can see federal and you can see state as well as our local voter guide. So don't forget to vote for Kelly Martinez for sheriff. Everybody.
Yep.
Everybody in the county can vote for Kelly Martinez for sheriff. I don't know if you saw it, but Hemmerling, that absolute disaster of a candidate, the Union Tribune pulled their endorsement of him.
Really?
Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
Oh my gosh, it's how humiliatingly embarrassing.
How does that happen?
They so the Union Tribune did absolutely no homework and no real vetting. They endorsed him based entirely on the fact that they're unhappy with what's going on with the jails in San Diego. There have been a lot of deaths in the last 10 years in the jails, which is horrible, and that's a problem that needs to get solved. They decided that his background, Hemmerling's background, you can always tell when they really, really were pushing so hard to try to make him look like a candidate that had any kind of qualifications. So they were using terms like they said something about his temperament. He has a good temperament, and whatever, which means he's got nothing to offer.
Right.
But it was odd. One of the things they talked about was when he was a battalion commander in the Marine Corps, that I guess that part of the job or part of the battalion was to oversee like basically POW camps, which, okay, fine. I'm not taking anything away from that. He was a Marine and I guess he served honorably and I'm sure that was a difficult job. But if you're concerned about prisoners, I'm not sure that America earned the best reputation for prisons during the Iraq War.
Yeah, you don't think?
I'm not quite sure that's going to translate, but whatever. Anyway, they found some comments that they didn't like, the Union Tribune, that he had already made when they endorsed him, and pulled his endorsement.
That's embarrassing.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Highly unusual. Highly. I mean, you really have to be. I mean, they must have really just kind of been walking a line and holding their nose to endorse him. I mean, he really just isn't qualified. Doesn't bring anything to the table. And the Union Tribune stepped in.
I'm glad you said something, because have you seen the subscription numbers for the UT?
No.
So it's a good thing we announced it, because a lot of people would have missed it.
They just missed it?
Yeah.
So let's talk about CCW increases real quick. We've known that this was going to happen for years. We've been talking about it for years. And basically what happened is the county said, hey, Sheriff's Department, we need an analysis. We need you to actually show us, how much money is spent on CCWs. Now, part of the county charter is that basically licensing is supposed to be self-sufficient. So however much it costs to pay employees to do these licenses, that's how much. Basically how much it needs to get charged. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So the fees that come from getting the license are supposed to pay for the people that are issuing the license. So they analyzed the entire thing, not just the CCW section, but every license, everything that licensing does, and it's some huge number, like $1,200 or $1,500, somewhere in between there, that they're basically that is the cost to the Sheriff's Department, to the county, to issue each CCW license. So they said, we're definitely not going to charge that, and but they did go up about $90. It's going to go up about $90. Wow. So what's going to happen? Well, they're going to. One of the things is just the economies of scale. The more CCWs that are issued, the lower cost per permit.
Well, there was an issue though this month. They only issued like 63 licenses, which is weird because typically it's over 200 a month. That's what they normally do.
I'll have to check on that. When did those numbers come out?
Just was it last week? What day is it? Sunday? Yeah, last week they came out.
So the goal is to increase efficiency, increase the licenses, the number of licenses, basically do a better job of being efficient, and hopefully keep the cost down. It really is enormously expensive, and it shouldn't be that way. So that's what's going on. Unfortunately, it's going to go up about $90.
Well, and there's some things they can't control, right? Like, it'd be cheaper if you did it every 5 years, like other places, instead of every 2 years. But that's not under their control, I don't think.
That's state law.
Thing?
Yep,
No.
State law says every 2 years, and I don't know if the state's likely.
Of course, they're not going to.
Why would they? Why would they do anything?
Yeah.
So the question. So just so everybody understands. So if it's technically taking them $1,200, and we're only paying whatever, $50, $60. I mean, all in all, it's about $160, but not all of that goes to the Sheriff's Department. Some of that goes to the state and the FBI. So, but about $50, $60 is actually going to the county, something like that. So where's the rest coming from? Well, the rest is coming from other taxes, right? So the county is getting revenue from, property tax and other sources. So it's actually, they're pulling money. It costs them more money to issue CCWs than CCWs makes. And that's not just CCWs. That's every license that they issue. Unfortunate. But like I said, the sheriff said, nope, we're not going to. They're also going to phase this in over like 3 years. And but they were adamant that they really tried hard to really, truly, the charter said that, if they followed the charter, they would charge $1,200 for a CCW. But it sounded like the county board wanted to charge even more. So that's the goal. That's what needs to happen.
And they do seem like, the licensing group there, under the current regime or configuration, really seems like they're trying to do this right, and they're trying to do as much as they can or what they can do. It's just, I think there's some other things. Some things are beyond their control. Some things are maybe management things that might be done a little bit better, but overall they seem to be trying to do a good job there.
I agree. I think that they can. You and I have talked about this a lot, Joe. They can become more efficient, and I think that they will take steps to become more efficient. And I think that will make. They already have. They've already taken a lot of steps to be way more efficient than they were, and it'll happen in time. Trying to balance the. It's a huge balancing act, because the state of California, they don't want to issue these at all.
Well, no, and that's the problem though, because if you look at like how DOJ devotes hardly anybody to this,
yep,
and the demand is increasing normally. If we get a decent ruling from the Supreme Court in the next week or two, and people actually realize that they can do that, because that's what's holding it back now. It's out here. People just don't realize they can get one, but that's just going to increase, and they're going to have to get better at it.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.